Hey, everyone. I'm Becca, he's Matt, and this is Becca's Book Club Adventure.
Hello, everybody. We are back from the rest and relaxation of vacations. I know in that we recorded a lot of Onyx Storm stuff to bank up some time, and then I was in Hilton Head, and Becca went to Banff up in Canada, and she made it back to the States. That's crazy in itself.
Maybe against my will.
So I was in Hilton Head, and then about the day I came home from Hilton Head, you went to Banff.
Yeah.
And then you guys just got back a few days ago, right?
Yeah, we got back late Thursday night. So we were only gone for like 4 days, which is not long enough. You need to go longer.
Yeah, but why were you only gone for 4 days? This is a fun story.
So we were supposed to be gone 5 days, which is still not enough time, just so we're clear. But Banff is a pretty pricey city. We were flying out on Air Canada, and Air Canada was having a flight attendant strike. So they canceled our flight out, and we flew out the next day on United because we got rerouted, which thankfully we got rerouted. And we left Columbus, Ohio we got on the flight at 6 a.m. to go to DC, to then go to Calgary. And then by the time we landed, we had, what was it? 2.5 hours to get from Calgary to Banff, which is only about an hour and a half drive. But everyone else landed at the same time, and the budget line to get your car was forever long. So we made it with 3 minutes to spare to the bus shuttle for the wedding.
How did you guys get in your dress and suit?
So Kevin wore his suit the entire flight because he knew it was going to be that kind of flight, and packing suits is hard. So he just went ahead and wore it. And I changed in the budget bathroom into my dress.
You did your makeup and everything in the budget bathroom?
No, I saved the makeup for the hotel. That was a
Okay.
2-minute. Oh shoot, I have 3 minutes. Let's use 2 of them.
Did
And
oh
then
man, did Kevin wear his suit on the flight home?
No.
Oh, I'm just like, if you didn't want to pack it to get there, did you not want to pack it to come home?
Yeah, we played good math on the way home with shoving more stuff in. But the wedding was absolutely phenomenal, super stunning, and that's the first time Kevin and I have been up for 22 hours straight.
Whew. 22 hours. That is a long time to be awake.
Mm-hmm.
I think Elizabeth and I have been awake that long. I'm pretty sure we were awake that long when we did our wedding and then honeymoon. And I want to say I've been awake that long, just driving us places and stuff. Man, you almost go loopy, like you've taken some drugs. It's like an out of body experience.
Yep. At one point, we did espresso shots in the middle of the ceremony, or in the middle of the reception.
Did that make it better or worse?
I'm gonna go with it was a pretty neutral thing.
Pretty
It made
neutral.
it better for 10 minutes, and then we were back to, oh my god, we should be having the time of our life right now, but I kind of just want to crawl underneath this table.
So you did the wedding, and then you were there for 3 more days.
Yep. So we went hiking at Lake Moraine and Lake Louise, which was absolutely stunning.
The water doesn't look real. The pictures you sent, the water of the one lake itself looked photoshopped.
Yes. So it's a
Yeah.
glacial lake with a pretty high amount of silica in it. So that's how you get that really blue turquoisey reflectiveness.
Actually, I think I have the pictures that you sent still on my phone. So I bet you I could download those, and I'll put them up here on the screen
Yeah.
if I remember to edit. I think you guys went canoeing, kayaking,
We went canoeing and horseback riding, both of which
and
were
horseback
great.
riding. What kind of food? I mean, did you just eat regular food, or did you partake in any of the local cuisine?
We definitely had poutine.
Yes.
And then we did a taste the castle kind of food tour. So the Fairmont Hotel is a really big hotel in Banff, and they have a bunch of different eateries in it. And so with that, we got to taste a bunch of different things. One of which I don't I don't know that we had salmon on that tour, but she was talking about how Atlantic salmon gets flown in, not Pacific salmon.
That's interesting. Okay.
We were all like, okay.
The Fairmont Hotel there in Banff is one of the ones on Elizabeth and I's list. Like 7 months ago or something, back in January, we went up to Quebec City and stayed at the Fairmont Hotel there. And the only local cuisine that I really partook of was the poutine. But I had the poutine in like a little pub tavern, and then I had poutine at one of the like 5-star restaurants inside the hotel. And I'm here to say I think I liked the poutine in the bar better.
We had all
It-
sorts of poutine. We had a breakfast poutine, that was kind of fun. The hotel we stayed at, the Malcolm, had highly rated poutine, and I think that was actually my favorite because the gravy was thicker.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the one I had at the bar was it was more gravy. You might even say it was like greasier or whatever. The only thing I think I like the cheese, the cheese curds to be melted.
Mhm.
I don't like the poutine where they're just like, here's cheese curds at the end and they serve it to you. And it's like cold, but it's still delicious. And somehow, in no way, shape, or form, did I feel fat after eating poutine.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Are you gonna? Is it on your list to go back to Canada anytime soon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta get back up there with your sister. Um, well, before you went to Canada, I was in Hilton Head, the great second Ohio, and this year it was just Elizabeth and I with your parents.
Different kind of
And
beer.
dude, it was actually pretty awesome because because there wasn't like a group of 8 of us to corral.
Yeah.
Like your mom left us alone and just like everybody did whatever the hell they wanted to do. We would meet up for like dinner and ice cream in the evenings. Um, but like sometimes I would hang out with your sister and sometimes I would just be alone on the beach, by the pool, on the balcony. And I just essentially uh, drank beers like all day. And I'm not a beer drinker, but like 10 every day, just
Wow.
like one every like 50 minutes or whatever. It's like I never got drunk or anything, but I was just like, we're day drinking and we are reading books. Can I show you all of the books that I read on vacation this year?
Yes, because I read almost none on my vacation, so, you need to make up for me.
Okay. This is the
Woo!
stack of books I read in Hilton Head.
That's a good chunk.
And I read this one last week after we got home. Um, so in case anybody cares about my huge stack of books, um, all right. So I read 2 Kathy Reichs Temperance Brennan books. This is book number 10, book number 11, or book number 11 and book number 12 of that series. So you have Devil Bones and 206 Bones. Um, since one of our listeners said that they give a crap about these books, I will say they're good. They're par for the course. But there's more workplace drama in those two
Ooh.
than in all of the others. And I learned that that's extremely triggering for me. So I did not care for that. Um, then I read God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater by Kurt Vonnegut. And if anybody out there has never read Kurt Vonnegut, I recommend everybody read at least one Kurt Vonnegut book because they're just like fucking nuts. Um,
What kind of nuts?
Kurt Vonnegut will typically write a main character who is slightly crazy.
Okay.
Like, you feel crazy being in this person's thoughts, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
schizophrenic, break from reality, this kind of a thing. But he always does it so that the character can do something or have a certain type of life or whatever in order to prove some point about America.
Ooh.
And so this one, Mr. Rosewater, is the son of like a family like the Kennedys or the DuPonts or the um, Morgans or like those like legacy billionaire families of America, who decides he wants to actually give back to America. And like, anyways, it's all like that kind of a thing. Very good. Um, then I read Timeborne by Sarah Samuels. Um, and now we're getting into the fantasy books. This one is time travel from 20, say 15 back to the 3rd century ancient Rome.
Ooh.
So this one we'll talk about more in a separate episode, but like really good concept. We'll leave it at there for the moment. Uh, then I read these 2 books are by the same author, Alix Harrow, and together they make up the Fractured Fables. So the first one, a Spindle Splintered, is a retelling of Cinderella. And the second one, A Mere Mended, is a retelling of Snow White. But there's like a MCU multiverse
Mm.
type thing. So it's pretty meta. It's really, really awesome. They're both like 110 pages or whatever. So like really fast reads.
I got to
We'll do another
watch Go ahead.
we'll do another episode on these. And all I'll say at this exact moment are these are like rated a 10 out of 5.
Cool. I
What did you
got
get to
to
watch?
watch the new Snow White movie on my
Oh,
flight out.
finally?
Mhm.
All right. So I know I ranted about this to you at one point. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Okay, when you watch a movie on a flight, that changes things, first off. Second off, specifically, I appreciate airlines that give out free earbuds, but they always hurt. And these hurt the
Mm.
worst. So I could only watch like 20 minutes at a time before I had to take the earbuds out.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's definitely not the original.
Yeah, the first hour of the movie, I was like, do I not remember what Snow White's about?
Yeah, that first hour is all the stuff the original never touched.
Nope.
It's the context and the backstory, and I think that's actually awesome.
Yes, it was. Just the whole time I was like, wait, what? Okay, I know what we're doing.
It is it's just a little bonkers to me how you can have this animated fairy tale, keyword fantasy, keyword fairy tale, which in case anybody doesn't have a thesaurus on them, keyword not real. Um, and the animated version can be whatever the hell you want it to be. But then as soon as you try to remake that with real actors, everybody gets so up in arms that it's not 100% historically real life accurate.
It was never meant to be.
No, exactly. Um, I think since you just watched Snow White, I would highly recommend that you read these. Since one, they're really short, but two, it's like it's just extra. It's really cool. Do you think we could get Kevin to watch stuff like Snow White?
He still hasn't technically met his 10 watchings of Pride and Prejudice to be able to get married. So I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Um, for anybody watching, it's sort of become a tradition that we spend the holidays at Becca's house. She is the hostess with the mostest at this point. Um, and because it's at Becca's house, it is we watch Kevin's TV. We'll just phrase it that way. And as such, Kevin has started a tradition almost by accident. We made fun of him, and he leaned into the joke. We watch Lord of the Rings ad nauseum
Mhm.
every holiday. It's not just Christmas; it's every holiday. Um, and I'm just like, it's a fairy tale. Like
Uh-huh.
that's what Lord. So I just keep wanting Kevin to like expand on the fairy tale because like it's all the same character arc, it's all the same tropes, it's all the same
Yep.
archetypes.
I don't think he's opposed, just so we're clear. I just think
Okay,
when we could watch Lord of the Rings, Lord of
we're
the
going
Rings.
to. Yeah.
And it's 12 hours of content, which is very convenient when everyone has nothing to do.
Accurate. But I will say it is nice because then you can sit and read a book and you don't feel like a jackass.
Yeah, because you already know
Yeah.
where the movie's going.
Yeah. Except for your father.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the first half an hour of Lord of the Rings 100 times, and the rest of it, never.
Never. um, when I came back from vacation, do you remember we did an episode and it was like I think it was like the very first person that ever left a comment on any of our shit was like you guys should read the Vampire Academy or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I read it.
Did it.
I don't know if that person is actually subscribed to us or will watch this at all, but you got me to read Vampire Academy. Um, it is definitely 2007. It is like the exact same time period as Twilight. Um, it is definitely a young adult. It is a YA book. And we'll do an episode dedicated to this one. Um, I am not a young adult. I know that I drink a lot of water, and apparently I do not look close to 40, which I am. Um, but I'm not a young adult. I'll just leave it at that one at that. And so,
I had to laugh while we were on our food tour. We were on the younger side of the group we were with, right? Which is probably very typical in tour settings like this.
mhm.
But there was another couple that was younger than us. We were talking, and they were from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and they recognized Athens, Ohio as being Ohio University. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, are you a student?" I was like, "Ah, no."
Oh shoot. Okay, we were on Hilton Head. I don't remember. I think we were in Bluffton. We spent an entire day in Bluffton. I did not get to drink my 10 beers that day. Um, and I can't remember exactly what we were doing. I think we were taking a tour of something, and somebody, it was great because it was your parents and then us. Very clearly, we were wearing our wedding rings, which I'm not wearing right now. Sorry, Elizabeth. But very clearly, two married couples, right? The person giving the tour looked at your parents and asked them how old they were to try to see is there like a senior discount that we can give you, that kind of a thing. Completely 100% skipped over me, looked at your sister, who is, for all intents and purposes for this story, my age, and said, "Are you a student? Can we give you a student discount?" And your sister she lowered her head and she went, and just like white hairs went, well, she goes, "No, I'm not a student."
I don't mind being asked the question because in reality, anyone can be a student at any age, and so
Yeah.
I think that's fine to ask people. It's just always funny when people ask because are implying that they think that you're probably somewhere in the range
20,
of 18 to 25.
2021. Yeah. And like Elizabeth like gets a little bit like offended.
Yeah, I do
And I'm
too.
like, don't get like Dude, ride that for as long as possible because apparently I'm past it.
I'm like, "Don't you see my crow's feet? Don't you see my 11s and my worry line?"
Yeah, that's why I wear glasses. As soon as I take off my glasses, I think I age about a decade.
I worked hard for these, okay? I worked hard. I want you to see. Time has worked its magic.
Ugh. Okay, so you didn't read much with
No.
the wedding Canada trip. And I guess another thing that we have coming up is my brother-in-law, her little brother, is finally getting hitched.
Getting hitched. We finalized the
Uh,
ceremony details.
2 weeks, little
Yeah,
less than 2 weeks.
yeah,
And Becca is officiating.
yeah.
I will be sitting. That's my job. I'll be sitting.
You will be assigned random tasks at nauseum.
Yes. I was just going to be sitting at Becca's wedding, and somehow I ended up putting out all of the flowers, and I put up all of the pictures on the tables, on the walls, in the bathrooms. I fetched stuff from the lobby and brought it up. So I'm assuming your mom is going to give me those tasks for your brother's wedding as
Yeah.
well.
They always
Um,
they always come. I don't know how, I don't know why, but suddenly the day of there's a lot of shit to do.
and I'm just happy to be there, and I'm glad that your family hasn't kicked me out. So of course I'll do all the menial tasks. I don't care.
When we were on the bus, so they picked us up at the Malcolm, and then we went to the Fairmont to pick up more people because there were so many people at the Fairmont. And one of the people gets on and is like, "Where's the cooler?" And the bus driver's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And so she's like firing text messages and calling people, trying to figure out where some cooler is. And you know that she was given a task and she was told there would be a cooler and she needed to move the cooler and that cooler,
Disappeared.
yeah, or
So
was
then
on the
she
other
looked
bus,
stupid. Yeah.
right? And he's
Oh
like,
man.
"Is there another human you're waiting for or can we go?"
There's nothing worse than like looking irresponsible or dropping the ball or whatever at a wedding because like tensions are high and somehow everybody forgets that the important part of the wedding is getting up there and going, "Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you too, you idiot. Are we going to do this? Okay, we did this. I do. I do. Let's go." And everybody is like, "The wedding's ruined if one flower petal is out of but like I did the same thing when I got married to your sister. Like I don't know how your mind shifts so hard the day of the wedding, but it does.
Nope. I did like, so in their wedding ceremony, now granted, they were like over this little cliffside. You could see all the mountains in the background. It was stunning. It was a photo op, but they signed their marriage license in front of everyone, which I thought was really
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
And then with John and Kenzie, we're trying to like figure out the right amount of time to put in, to make it, not 10 minutes or
Yeah.
5 minutes. So I was like, do you want to sign your license? Cause I don't want to track you down after this shit. So let's just sign in front of everyone.
I remember having to track down our officiant and like then you have to like go to a private room and you have to have witnesses and it feels like some kind of like shady back alley
Right.
even though it's not like
Right? I was like, let's just do this in front of everyone. We'll just make it part of it. They hate paperwork. Maybe I'll come up with a joke about it.
so amongst all of this chaos are you are you reading anything you gonna be reading are you waiting for the wedding to be over?
I'm probably gonna finish The Cursed before the wedding is over
Uh-huh.
because I've got about 100 pages left. Yeah.
And then a hiatus.
Yeah. Because I tried to read The Triad Storm and I was like, I don't know who these people are anymore.
You need a refresher course. You get
I need to return the book and put it back on request for loan.
um well I think so we're up apparently we're gonna do 3 mini episode like spoiler free episodes on these books I've read. 2 weeks after the wedding, your sister and I are taking a 10-day road trip to Maine and back. So there's not going to be a whole lot of reading because guess who's driving? This guy. Um, and so I guess we'll probably just do an episode after the wedding, like maybe a week after the wedding. I don't know, it was September 15th or something like that. And we'll just talk about a random topic instead of any sort of buddy read. And then we'll probably won't have a buddy read until the very first like week of October when I'm back from Maine.
That sounds good.
Cool.
I kind of need a month off.
Yeah. Read whatever you want to read. We'll talk about some I've got a lot of random topics on that I've started writing down. What we can chat about. But in case any of our listeners care, I guess that's what's going to be coming for. I think you're going to get the conclusion of the Onyx Storm book, and then you'll get this one, and then you'll get a bunch of mini episodes about random books, and then you might get some random ass episodes about random topics. They'll be book related, and then we'll pick our next buddy read. So it'll be good. I guess speaking of listeners, I was looking at our analytics, and we have gotten 8 new subscribers just in this month of August.
Wild.
So that might not seem like a lot to anybody else, but considering that when we were in July, we were at like 10 subscribers, and now we're getting close to 30. It feels like we're doubling
Yeah.
and then doubling. And I'm not saying that anything big is happening and we're going to explode or whatever, but hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing. We appreciate all of you listening to Becca and I yammer about nothing.
Yeah, pretty much nothing.
Yeah. So, did we skip anything that you've been up to lately?
I don't think so. I think we can put a bookmark in it for now and
All right.
get back to the mini reviews.
Awesome. As always, feel free to leave a comment or review. Send us an email. We are bookclubbybecca@gmail.com. That is bookclubbybecca@gmail.com. Or you can hit us up on Instagram, where we put little short remixes of this at Becca's Book Club Adventure. We love hearing from people. Like Sweet Shadow. What up, dude? Yeah, so we'll get to the mini episodes and hope everybody has a wonderful September.
Bye.